This video is sponsored by the Malachian Empire, which is a faith-based, non-federal tribal organization, which is dedicated to legacy, autonomy, and holistic wellness. For more information, please visit www.malachianempire.world. Welcome to Your Skin, Your Story, where we celebrate the journeys that shape us and explore how inner care reflects outwardly. Today, I am so honored to share the lovely story of my very own cousin, Miss Saria. How you doing? She's with Manifest Your Purpose. I'm sorry. But yeah. How you been, honey bun?
Good. Busy.
I know.
But good.
I've been trying to catch you.
I was telling my mama today, Mama, it's been like months we've been trying to get this together. So I'm happy to be here today.
Thank you so much for squeezing us in, because I know.
Thank you for the invite.
Yes, of course. How can I not?
I'm privileged.
Yes, look. I'm just happy that you're here. But we're going to dive right on into the interview.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as a young girl, what did structure give you that you couldn't find anywhere else?
Ooh. Okay.
I know, I'm just hitting.
Well, all right. No, that's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I think about that all the time. I grew up in a very structured family. My dad was not military, but his dad was a captain in the Army. And his brother was a captain in the Marines. So it was very much like, you're going to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning, regardless of if it's weekend, weekday. And I hated that. But as an entrepreneur, as a mom, that is my saving grace.
Okay.
Like, that structure that's been with me since I was a child.
Yeah.
And then I think, of course, I'm a proud PK.
Yes.
Just growing up in church and knowing that, like, every Tuesday we had usher practice.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday we had Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday we had choir practice.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to manage my time. I feel like I learned that from a very young age. Mm-hmm. And being someone who's involved in so many things now and has so many endeavors, keeping a strict schedule is the only way I'm able to have success. So
that's amazing, because I mean, I had it, but I think if you don't have that foundation, it's really, really hard.
It's hard
to get into it and plan out, be disciplined.
Yeah.
But it's already like automatic for you.
Yeah.
So that's good. Now, what moments in your environment made you realize you were craving to see yourself reflected, not just in people, but in the objects and spaces around you?
Yeah. So that's kind of like the origin story of my company.
Yes.
So I have a stationery company, y'all. It's called Manifest Your Purpose, and it's rooted in Black culture. And it came from the absence that I had of that growing up. So I grew up in a huge family, as you know.
Yes.
I have the biggest family in America. I always say that, maybe the world. Yeah. And it was a lot of love, a lot of pride, but I also grew up in a predominantly white town.
Yeah.
So I was very used to being the only in so many categories growing up. Yeah. And when it came to like the things that I saw, objects, I've always loved stationery. Like I always loved writing things down. I grew up with all of my great-grandparents. So, like, we had recipe cards. And, that's how I grew up. And, like, you would see, like, Lisa Frank when we were little with the loud colors, animals. You would see stuff with white people. Yeah. You never saw stuff with Black people. Right. And it didn't make me think, oh, I'm not good enough. It actually made me mad, because I'm like, why don't they have girls with puffs? Or, we saw her have little rope twists with the bows. Like, why wasn't any of that? So, that is what led me to start my company, because I had that experience as a 6-year-old, as an adolescent, but then as a 28-year-old, I still had that same problem. So that's what led me to start my company, honestly. Okay. Not seeing myself enough.
Yeah. And that's revolutionary, and it's more so impactful for the other ones up underneath you. I mean, you have a daughter that, and so it's like now she gets the opportunity to be like on, at school, writing on her notepad, and she sees somebody that looks like her. So.
And I love it. I always say, like, I love the experience that I feel like our children have in that age range, because she's never had a book that had a white person on it. All of her stuff is Black. Okay. Every book, every notebook, every sticker, every anything is all Black people. Yes. I wish I had that, but that's why I love, like, you have to be the change that you want to see. Yes. Since we've done the work, our kids get to enjoy that.
Yes. Yeah. And it's like empowering. Yes. Because of course we love diverse areas, but it's like to be in tune with your culture and be proud of it.
That part
is very
unapologetically.
Yeah,
in all environments. Ain't no code switching. Yeah. No, we're proud.
This is who I am.
Yes.
So in the Know Your Skin workbook, we ask, where do you feel most like yourself? Thank you. What space in your life today feels like a mirror of the woman you've become?
That's a good question. You know what? This is going to sound cheesy, but I'm so serious. Yeah. Everywhere feels like that for me.
That's so good.
I've cultivated that environment. Like, I was literally... So I have a mentor that I've had since 2009 because I met her in college. So I have 2.8 degrees, y'all. I always say that. I am all but dissertation for a PhD, but when my company picked up, I just... It didn't make sense for me to do it anymore. Yeah. But I've always gone to predominantly white institutions, right? Yes. So I was at TCU at that time. She was the only Black woman, person, period, that worked in Neely, which is a business school where I attended. And I was automatically drawn to her, right? So I always say, like, she's like my life mentor, but I have a business mentor, white man, love him, millionaire. He's great. He's taught me a lot. But, like, he invites me to these spaces, and I'm like, I don't choose to go where I don't feel like welcome. I'm not going to choose to be in a room full of white people. No shade, no tea, but it's like, I cultivate the environment that I want. So it used to be, I feel like, especially when I worked for someone, I was forced to be in spaces. I don't have to go in spaces if I don't want to anymore. Right? So, like, I feel like at home all the time.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It hasn't always been that way, but it's like that now.
That's powerful within itself, because a lot of the time, like you said, it's like you feel obligated. You feel forced. Oh, well, I should, and this is that. But it's like, I don't necessarily have to if I don't want to.
And girls, I grew up like that. I don't do that. I'm very big. I'm still gonna be there. Who's gonna be there? I don't want to go. Yeah,
that part. And don't have to tell anybody why. That's what we've been getting into.
I've never been like that.
I'm not gonna start. I love it. So, how did planning evolve for you from something goal oriented to something soul nurturing?
Girl, these questions. Wait a minute. Okay. So it was, how did planning evolve from goal oriented to soul nurturing?
Because you started off with, you're not seeing these people. Now it seems like when I see you, you're speaking, you're going to engagements. It's like you're more so really speaking to the soul of a lot of women, Black women specifically.
That's a great question. So I'd say, like, I think it just naturally evolved as my life evolved. When I started my company, I had one child.
Yes.
It was during COVID. So things had started to change, but it was nowhere near as bad as it was going to get, right?
Yeah.
Before I hit a year in my company, I was pregnant with my second child. Everything had shut down. So it was like very isolating. You couldn't be out if you wanted to, right? So I'd say, like, after about 6 months, because I was still working at that point, went back to work. I will never forget, I was supposed to go to Baltimore to visit a university, and my son had RSV for the second time. He had it 3 weeks after he was born, and then he got it when he was 6 months old.
No.
And I told my vice president, like, hey, I'm going to the hospital. My son has a 105 temp. You know how crazy that is for an infant.
A 6-month-old.
And all he had to say was, are you still going to be able to go to Baltimore?
That's all he had to say.
So needless to say, I quit my job.
Oh, yeah. He goes, what?
So I feel like the goal-oriented kind of went out the window, because it was like Wild Wild West at that point. It's like, okay, it's me, this newborn, and this company, right?
Yes.
And that's when, like, I had to really start being more intentional about how I move. And, like, God always provides. So I feel like at first it was like, we need to take these opportunities because we needed money. But then we were able to evolve to the point where it was like, do they really align with what we're trying to do? And they being customers, they being corporations, we've had the privilege to work with people like PayPal and Goldman Sachs. We've turned down working with organizations because y'all only got one Black person on your board. You only have 5% Black people in a company that has over 3,000 people. You're not really walking that walk. And now, especially that it's not popular to support Black women anymore, like we're past like the George Floyd guilt period now. You know, like we we have to be so intentional on doing things where when I'm 80 years old and I talk about my legacy, I can say, no, like we always worked with people and companies and organizations that really looked out for us. So I think like becoming my own boss kind of had made us take that shift from goal oriented to soul nourishing. But then it was like, then I had the freedom to choose what I wanted to do.
Yeah, which goes into another path because it's almost like you haven't had that in a sense.
Never.
So it's
Not
like,
fully.
you've been like in management positions at other corporations, but this is your own.
Yeah, we just did a workshop with Pinterest for Juneteenth, which was amazing. And it was with their Blackboard ERG. So they streamed it from New York, from their headquarters, and there were all these it was amazing. But I'm telling you, we had the realest discussion. So we were talking about hair. Yeah. And I was like, I remember when I was in corporate, my boss told me I dye my hair blonde. Right? You know, we go through things, we be cutting our hair. So I dyed my hair blonde. She was like, do you really think that's appropriate? And I was like, aren't you a redhead, but your hair is blonde? Like, how are you telling me what I'm supposed to do, right?
Because it's on me.
But it made me very self-conscious. And even though outwardly, you know, like, I'm going to always project confidence, you're not bothering me. But inwardly, I was like, is something wrong? Like, should I not wear my hair like this? I'm the CEO of my own company. I have meetings with Essence. I have meetings with all of these big Fortune 5s, and I come with set it off braids. I come with Bantu knots. I come braids one day, the next week my hair's down. I can do whatever I want. And that's very soul nourishing to me because I don't have to worry about how I appear to people. I just get to show up as myself.
You get to be authentically you.
Yes, and it hurts me when I'm not able to be myself.
Yeah, you can't operate. I was telling a couple of past people that I've interviewed, I'm like, I feel like we're going into this shift now where if I can't be authentic, I can't even maneuver around. Yeah. Like I can't be around it.
Period.
You're what is it? Untrustworthy. Yeah. You like to scam and do all that. I can't be around it.
No, why?
That messes with my aura.
Yeah, period. You know? I don't want to be around you, baby. If mouse come through, I'm a point.
Over there.
Right there. Yeah. It was him. Yeah, it was him.
But that's really good. And that speaks levels. Because you've always, like you said, you always had, like, you've been confident. But to be like, no, this is who, but those that has to have been hard too, to have rejected some opportunities based upon,
especially when you knew like, oh, this could be great,
right? This would help the business.
Like, oh, but it's like I like standing on business. A lot of people say that they do, but like we really do stand on business. Yes. Like even I always tell people, so when COVID kind of started to lift, because I don't want to say it went away, because I hate when people say that it's still here. Yeah. But it's like when we were able to go back outside, right? So like at first when we started, we were strictly online just because that was the times you couldn't be outside. But we were able to start doing like vendor events and things like that. We were outside all the time. And like everyone knows Bianca, who's on my team. We now have more people, but me and Bianca, every weekend we're like 2 or 3 events around DFW and beyond. And I didn't feel like people really cared about the vending experience. Yeah. Like sometimes people go sell their products to pay their bills to support their kids. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like they're literally depending on this event to help their livelihood. And I just felt like people treated it like it was a joke. Yeah. Right? And I had one experience, I think I was like 6 months pregnant with my son. You know, I already get people together, but I was very no nonsense then. Yeah. And we went, and when I'm telling you, I think maybe like 10 people showed up to the event, but they had like 30 vendors.
Oh, wow.
I was pissed.
Oh, you was done.
And that's what I was like, I'm just doing it myself.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to do it myself. Yeah, because I gave that. I remember. That man was very scared of me by the time I got out of there. I remember. But I'm going to start hosting it myself. Yeah. And like, that was what, like 3.5 years ago. Yeah. And this Juneteenth, we hosted an event where we had over 1,200 people.
Oh my goodness.
We had over 80 Black-owned businesses.
That is amazing.
And like, that kind of showed me like, if I don't like something, I don't have to choose to say it. I can just do it myself. I'm not making it seem easy because it is not.
No, right.
But I can do it myself. Like, that's my attitude now. Like, if I don't like it, I'll just create it for myself.
I love it. And that just goes into the power of being here in this vessel, living this experience. The Most High said, hey, I gave you everything.
Yes.
From the hands, from your mind, to speaking life or death.
On the mind.
Like, you can do it. Yeah. Create it.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't understand, like, if you even have that thought, like, God's already provided the way.
That's it. Literally.
And it's not up to you to understand how. It's just to go after.
That's it.
He'll keep providing as you keep obeying. So I'm a living testimony of that.
See, then that's it. I was told people, I was like, all I had was $500 when I started.
And look at you, the baby. The way people be trying to tell me about it, I'm like, that's not. I know. I know. People tell me all the time, I know. Trust me, I do.
I'm just grateful, super grateful and thankful that, we just been blessed to answer the call.
Amen, because not everybody does.
No, they don't, and they miss out.
And then they want to complain about shoulda, woulda, coulda. You should have just answered.
Because time gonna go.
Regardless.
That's so. Moving on. What have you noticed shifts in your body or skin when your days are structured with intention versus when they're scattered or rushed?
So my body or my skin.
When it's flowing and it's going good, but as opposed to
when it's flowing and it's going good, like I do now.
Yeah.
Refreshed. And that means like I'm getting my sleep.
Yes.
I'm drinking my water.
Yes.
Taking my supplements, eating my greens and fruits.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Being intentional about my time. So like even today, knowing that I was coming here, yesterday I took a couple of hours very early. That's why I texted you early in the morning. Went and checked my schedule, checked my calendar, like schedule emails. That way I'm not rushing today. I'm intent. Because I knew it's going to take me an hour to drive here. You know what I mean? But doing this, it's going to take me an hour to go back home. So I don't want to be like, oh my God, I didn't do this. I didn't follow up with this person. And that's taking time for me to learn how to do that right. But it's like I get to flow through my days. Sometimes that means that there's days where I'm working 12, 14 hours. But I get to enjoy and show up for the moments, right? So that's what that looks like. I feel calm in my body. I don't feel anxious. Skin is glowing. But there are times when I feel like life just... And we've all been there. I normally tend to break out. Because I'm not washing my face at night and in the morning. I'm not doing my full, routine. I get very irritable.
Quicker.
Anyone who knows me from childhood, my nickname is Sleepy. My favorite pastime is to sleep. And when I'm not getting enough sleep, I always feel it. I normally, like, when I feel like I'm getting sick, I know that I haven't been sleeping
Interesting. Okay. So that...
And for me, like, I have to get 9 hours a night.
Oh,
it's non-negotiable.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to bed at 9:30 every night.
No, that's good. That used to be a challenge for me to get to bed because I'm a night owl and I want to do work at night. So I was trying to be that 24-hour entrepreneur and get the kids together.
No, that's a lie. And it's stupid. And most people that live like that, their business is not nowhere. If you like really pay attention to it, people that like glorify the hustle culture. Their business is not really getting nowhere. I'm not saying they haven't seen success, but like you have to learn how to intentionally build in rest, systems, a team. We did not cross the 6-figure threshold until I figured out I couldn't do everything myself. And like when I realized, yes, it might cost to pay someone to do that, but how much more can we make if I'm not having to do everything in my business?
You can be more creative.
And that's another thing. When I'm not resting, when I'm anxious or stressed out, my creativity goes out the window. Ain't no new products. Ain't no content. Ain't no nothing because I'm burnt out. And it takes time. Like, I never want to pretend like this is 5 years in business for me. My first 2.5 years did not look like this. But I put in the work. You did. Right? Like, I built that foundation. So when I did add people to my team, I could tell them exactly how I wanted things done.
And that's important too. Know
people
your SOPs.
Girl,
you better know
you better tell them about them SOPs. We have an intern starting this week, and me and my sister have been getting everything ready for her. So when she comes,
she gonna be ready.
2 weeks, I just want you to look through these. Let me know if you have any questions. And that's how we're going to start.
I love that.
We're not just going to throw you in there. No. Because we have to do things in excellence.
So that they know you can overstand the mission and you can execute accordingly. And whatever your functions is in the job, you will know how to do it.
Period.
And not you refer back to the SOPs.
Do you hear me? Because I'm very big on, I already typed that out, baby. You need to look. Answering that question again. No.
I'm done with that. Okay, so workbook tie-in. So there's a reflection in the workbook where we ask, what habits or routines are you detoxing from? What's one thing you've let go of that helped you reconnect with yourself?
So let's start with the first part. What habits or routines are you detoxing from? Not working out.
Okay.
And I'm not even like saying that from a vain perspective.
Yes.
Working out relieves anxiety for me. And so when I don't do that, I'm not my best.
Yeah.
So even if I can't do weights today, I'm going to go walk my dog for 30 minutes.
Yes.
Because that gives me time. And working out is also when I talk to God.
Yes.
I feel like I always get my best ideas and I hear him more clearly, like, especially when I'm outside.
Yes.
So that's not working out is something that I'm detoxing from. Mm-hmm. And at 33, I just have to eat better.
Yeah.
I have to do better.
Yeah.
You know, I like to eat and I like to cook. Me and my husband, we cook.
Yeah.
Right? I like food.
Yes.
I love it. But it's like, I've looked up some days, I'm like, I ain't eating a fruit, a vegetable.
Okay.
Gotta do better. So I feel like in this last year and a half, I've been so much more intentional about what I put in my body. And I've noticed a big difference. Like, maybe when my son was around 2, girl, when I'm telling you I got sick like every month. And I'm not a person who gets sick often at all. So it's like, what am I doing when I evaluated my routine?
Yeah.
Wasn't going to the gym. Okay. Was just letting my dog out in the backyard. Was not walking my dog the way I should. Wasn't eating right. Wasn't taking care of my skin, my body, my vessel. Wasn't connecting with God the way that, and that's something that I'm extremely detoxed from.
Yes.
I don't care if I only have 5 minutes today. I'm going to get down on my knees, pray, do my devotion, be very intentional, not try to always mix it in while I'm driving or doing something else. That's the number one habit that I feel has really transformed me, my business, my everything in the last year and a half. But being more intentional about how I care for myself, because everyone knows I'm self-care queen, but I feel like in the past, my self-care was always more so focused on, oh, well, get a facial and get a massage. But it's like soul care, body self-care that has really made the difference for me. You can get a facial, but if you're down to Papados getting 5 drinks and eating some fried fish and shrimp every day, that's not going to help your body. Like,
not at all.
Just because you say God bless you, that doesn't mean you're doing it, right? So it's like really being more intentional about what I put in my body, getting rest, connecting with God, and building in, like I said, those systems in my team to help me be able to do that.
That's amazing.
Consistently.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's amazing. I say inner care is the most important. You know, I'm a spy, but I tell people it's not about getting a facial.
You can't get a facial every month and eat like crap and think I'm going to be able to clear all that up.
Because it's 20% here. Yeah. You got to go home and do 80%.
Water. Like, I feel like you start there.
Yes. And drink it with chlorophyll.
Okay. Yes. I've just gotten into it like the last few months.
Girl. Yeah. Talk about top tier.
Yeah.
That and just like you said, taking care of the spirit. Yes. First of all, the spirit houses this vessel. Let's be very clear.
Period. Yes.
Spirit first.
You cannot separate.
Right. So getting too caught up in this reality is just like you get your cortisol levels are high. You just inflamed all inside because you're not connecting to your spiritual side.
Yeah.
And that's connecting with the Most High, the Creator. You know, so you have to
intentionally.
Yes.
Not out of obligation. Because I feel like a lot of us do that.
Yeah.
Especially those of us who were raised in the church. It's like, oh, I haven't read my Bible today. Let me do it. But you're not connecting.
Right.
You're just doing it out of routine.
Yes. God, it's a difference.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yeah.
Like, work on a relationship like you be doing the other ones.
I tell people all the time, if I went all day and I did not hear from my husband, I would be upset.
Very much so.
How do you think God feel when he go all day and we hadn't talked to him? We haven't even acknowledged him.
That's a big one.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
And some of us go weeks, months.
Girl, years.
You can't do that.
No, you can't.
And expect to have a fulfilled life.
True. I agree. I agree. Mm-hmm. You heard what she said. Mm-hmm. So what was the emotional turning point that, well, no, I guess you had already talked about that as far as where you create and manifest your purpose. Mm-hmm. Here we go again, where they answer the questions.
We talking on
it. Exactly. So in what ways has designing intentional products shifted the way you care for your body, energy, or even your skin over these 5 years?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a great question. So I'd say like going deeper than just designing the intentional products. I think like me I've always been the face of my brand, but I feel like now I accept that.
Yes.
My mentor told me like, you keep trying to have like Saria and manifest your purpose. And to many people, like, it's one and the same. So it's like, when I got very serious, I say a couple of years ago, about expanding the brand and where we're not only serving customers directly, we're working with corporations.
Yes.
Like, we're on stages.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
I'm like, I need to look my best.
Yes.
I need to feel my best.
Yes.
And when I went through that period where I was getting sick all the time, I missed opportunities because I was in the hospital.
No.
And everyone who knows that my allergies are so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to start getting shots again. Now I don't do that at all.
Wow.
I've been on CMOS pills for like the last 6 months. I haven't taken an allergy pill.
Wow.
Nothing. Changed my diet as well. But it's like, if I'm going to show up and be this face of my brand, like, I have to make sure I feel my best. So I feel like wanting to take that journey when we were out more made me look introspectively and be like, okay, what do I need to do to make sure I'm ready? Because what if Oprah calls? If I'm sick, I can't go. It's only one of me. As much as I love my team and they can speak about
they can't speak like you. Yeah.
I did the work. There's no shade in the team, but like, I sacrificed for this brand. I need to make sure I'm okay so I can answer the calls that we get. Yes. And we've been getting a lot of them, and I'm ready now.
That's amazing. I ain't sick no more. That's so good. I'm grateful that you did the work for yourself. Yeah. That you can. Because now look, you know what I'm saying? Girl. It's like they just, maybe the gates is opening.
Hallelujah. But it came after obedience, and that's what a lot of people need to know. I feel like it could have happened sooner, but I had to get myself together.
No, it happened at the right time.
I'll say I do agree with that, but I feel like oftentimes God's ready to give us what He has.
Oh, everything.
Right? But we don't listen.
Oh, for sure.
And I feel like for a long time I wasn't listening.
We hard-headed. We hard-headed.
I wasn't listening. And I feel like when I started listening, He was prepping me in such a way to where things that I thought were bad for me when we didn't get opportunities or when we didn't get calls, it's like, no, you didn't get that because I was setting you up for this. Ooh. But I had to watch how I reacted when we didn't get things. Did I stunt my feet? Did I say it's not fair?
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So I feel like with disciplining my body, my spirit got disciplined as well.
I love that.
And that's what helped open doors. Yeah. Because we got to know yesterday for something I really wanted. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And keep it moving. Like, and you already know something greater is coming. Because what's for you is going to be for you. And can't nobody take it.
No, nobody can.
Because it's designed just for you. Mm-hmm. I love that though. Okay, so what's one daily ritual you return to that instantly reminds you who you are?
Reading my Bible.
Okay. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Reading my Bible and reading it with intention because I was reading Exodus the other day. Okay. Mm-hmm. And like, I'll say like growing up, that wasn't like a book of the Bible. It was like, oh, I want to read Exodus. Right. But no, like when God called Moses was like, I stutter, I can't talk, I'm not good, I'm not eloquent. And God was like, you're focused on your problem and I told you to do this, so I'm going to give you what you need. That told me all I needed to know because I feel like a lot of times God gives me dreams, He gives me visions. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I can't do that. And He's like, yes, you can. Yeah. Like, stop that. Yeah. So I feel more like myself because I see myself in people that I read about in the Bible. They had doubts, they had fears, they didn't think they could do it. God used them anyway. So that makes me feel like, oh, okay, cool.
I can do this too.
I can still like feel like I might not be ready, but as long as I obey, like He's gonna make it happen.
I love that. Yeah. That's so good. So for the woman who lives by her planner but still feels disconnected, what's the missing link that she
pray
might be?
Before you plan?
Okay,
that's what's missing.
Okay,
yeah. Because like we make plans, but that doesn't mean that's what God has for us. Yeah, I know that more than anybody. Like, if you would have told me when I started my company that we'd be where we were at now, I'd be like, how? Yeah. But it's like I had to abandon my plans. I was telling one of my friends a couple months ago, like, I don't even, and you know me, I'm very type A. At the beginning of the year, I used to have this whole grid. And it's like, Q1, we're going to do ABC. Q2, I don't do that anymore.
It's so crazy because I was doing some classes and I was attempting to do that yearly. And I'm like, these people telling you, like, this is what you got to do I'm just like, it's not connecting.
I don't do that anymore. What I do, which I know, like, God has really been calling me to be more financially disciplined as a business owner. Yeah. what I do is I have quarterly meetings with my accountant.
That's so smart.
And we cash flow, like predict that way.
That's so good.
But it's like, as far as like, oh, I want to be featured in this magazine by this time.
You can't.
No, because I found that I was limiting myself.
Yes.
The things that I have been able to do in the last year, I could never plan for that. Yes. So it's like, I kind of let go of my limits. When we plan, we put limits. That does not mean, I feel like when you're thinking of like an everyday basis, yes, write down your doctor's appointments. Yes, write down the tasks that you need to do. Yes. That's called being a good steward of your time. Right. I'm saying when we try to plan our life. Yeah. I'm going to be married by this point. No. I'm going to have... I wasn't supposed to have kids until I was 30. Baby. Okay, I know. I wasn't supposed to have kids until I was 30. I had when I was 23.
Yeah, you was lying.
We made plans and God laughed. So I'm saying, like, stop so much trying to plan your life. Right. And pray first. I feel like that's what a missing link is. Right. Because a lot of times we do stuff and we're like, God, this is what it is. And no. Like, okay.
You'll be laughing.
You'll be back. When it ultimately fails, right? Yeah. Pray first. Ask the Lord to like show you what He has for you.
That's right.
That's the missing link, I feel like, for a lot of people.
And that, hey, it'll connect because, like you said, once pray, you receive these downloads and like, okay, I'm supposed to do, and stuff start opening up. And it's okay. I like that. Okay, so let's see. How do you define productivity now, especially when it comes to protecting your peace?
Ooh, these questions, Lord. My edges. How I define productivity
now? Yeah,
I say like I'm going to answer this in the concept of time.
Okay,
I feel like previously, I used to feel like if I'm busy all the time, I'm being productive. I'm always working. I'm always... No. You can be busy doing a whole bunch of nothing. Yes. Okay? Even though your mind, you might think it's getting you somewhere, but like, if it's not what God wants, it's just stupid. Like, you're just wasting your time, right? I'm now define being productive by I could have an hour to work in a day. Yeah. But if I've already outlined what I need to do, if I've already taken care of my other things, that 1 hour of focus, I can get more than most people get done by 6:00 a.m. Yes. Than they do in a whole day. Yeah. Because I have that focused time. Yes. So for me now, it's about just being so much more intentional with my productivity. That's smart. Like this summer, like my daughter's about to go to 5th grade. She didn't want to be in daycare this summer. Yeah. So it's like she's at home with me, which means like, yes, I'm busy. I have 2 companies now. Yeah. It's like I'm working, but in the afternoon, I'm going to spend time with my baby. Yeah. We're going to go to lunch. We're going to, do something, go walk outside. Yeah. I'm not about to spend my whole day working. Yeah. And I'm still a wife. I still have another tornado of a son. I have things to do. So it's like I view productivity as using my time wisely. Right. Not just being busy all the time. I don't glorify being busy anymore.
And then I tell people like, give today, be so present that when you go to sleep, are you grateful for today? And if you were to leave, then it's just what it is. Because we can't guarantee
you did your best with today.
That's it.
Like even when I pray so often now, I find myself being like, Lord, please help me focus on right now. Because that's all I have. Not even today. Yeah. There's a lot of people that woke up this morning and will not be here tonight. So it's like, let me focus on literally right now what I have. The time, the resources, everything. The space. Let me focus on right now. It doesn't mean that you can't plan ahead. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, you have to focus on today. Because God didn't promise you next week, next year.
Our lives are so fragile. You know, it's a blink of an eye. And it's everything can change. So I love that. And that takes time. Like
and that's why, like, I tell a lot of people, our planners, our planning tools are always daily. We don't do weekly, monthly, yearly, and that's on purpose. You only have 2 days. I love Focus on today. Because people are like, I want you to come out with a yearly. First of all, you're not in my books and you're not in my business. So thank you, but no thank you, sis. I was telling people, focus on right now. Everybody else does that. Yes. And every time people buy a yearly planner, you use it for a couple of months because it's new. Then you go on vacation or life happens and you come back and you done miss 5 months. Now your investment is gone.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
Focus on today. That's all that God gave us. Like we're very intentional about everything, not just our artwork, not just our phrasing. Right. Every product is put out for a reason because too much of us focus on what's coming. We're not focused on the now. Woo. You're not doing what you're supposed to in the now.
So what you gonna try to plan for 6 months from now?
Girl, I just be sitting and listening to people sometimes. Okay, girl. Okay.
Give it a
sure. I'm very big. Okay.
It's a beautiful thing when you can be on that side. So, what do you hope Black women feel when they hold your products and see themselves reflected with such intention?
I want y'all to feel like you're at home.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. Like, Black women, we do not, unfortunately, in this society, in this country, in this world, we don't get a lot of spaces, companies, products that are specifically intended for us, right?
Yes.
With love and care.
Yes.
Right? We don't get that. So when people interact with our brand, whether you're holding my product, whether you're listening to me speak, whether you're on my Instagram or TikTok page, I want you to be like, you know what? She gets us.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't got a code switch. You can show up as you are.
Yes.
You can be proud about you, your culture. I want it to feel like a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
Like, you know, like when you meet that coworker and it's like, y'all on the same. That's how I wanted to feel when you interact with Manifest Your Purpose.
Yes.
It's like, oh, yes.
Like, this is home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've been able to cultivate that globally.
Yeah,
honestly.
Sure.
Like, and I'm always like I've had to get out of my humble phase. And it's not that I'm humble before the Lord always, but it's like, I used to be like, yeah, we're a small company. I know we have global impact.
Period.
We do. Like, we have people from Europe and South Africa emailing us, DMing us, like, oh, we ordered your cards and we have this, and, you know, we follow your newsletter.
Yes.
We have a global impact, and we want to keep building that. And it's just built on the premise that you as a Black woman are enough.
Period.
As you are.
Period.
Like, that's what I want people to feel when they interact with our brand.
And like you said, a lot of companies, it's their intent is based upon greed when it comes to us, you know.
I mean, I feel like, you know, little nacho cheese president that we got, since he's come back in office, you look at organizations like Target. People have revealed their true colors. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's no longer popular, like I said, to support us. So now that people don't have a need to hide it, we're really seeing people's true colors. And it's funny, like, you know how we roll. We only work with companies that ride for us.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of people tell me, like, when he got back in office, you need to pivot. Like, you're not going to be able to make money. We've had the best Q1 and Q2 we've ever had this year. And I'm like, I feel like God has revealed people's true colors for a reason. So now, we ain't even got to meet. We don't know what you about.
Right.
And you know what I'm about.
That.
So since you're not, you know, faking it no more, you're not even going to take a meeting with us, and we don't have to worry about it.
I love people who can, whether I like you or not, you show me who you are.
Show me who you are, and
I can figure out if I want to deal with you or not.
Period. And I don't want to, so we're good. We've had more companies reach out to us.
That's so lovely.
Lately,
oh my goodness.
We're normally having to do a lot of outreach. We blast our network. Hey, do you know? Because we know the people who we need to talk to is just getting a contact.
Yeah.
We've had people reach out to us.
I love it.
Right?
Yes.
Like, and I'm like, that's nobody but God.
Girl.
And I feel like it just also shows when you walk in your purpose and you truly stand on business, you will find who you need to find.
Yes, you sure will. And they'll come to you.
They'll find you. There you go.
They will find you. Okay, so wrapping up. So what's one small but powerful step a woman can take today to realign her space with her soul?
One, you need to talk to God. If you don't know, try him. I promise. So that's first and foremost. But two, like, I would say, and this sounds so simple, but ask yourself what you want.
Yeah.
When I kid you not, I feel like just in the last several months have I started to do that. And it's like, you'll realize a lot of friendships really don't need to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You realize, like, a lot of business dealings, all these events you think you need to go to, it's like, I actually don't want to. So I feel like a lot of times we feel obligated whether we realize it or not, right? It's like, what do you want?
Right.
And that can change. Like, you might 5 years ago have wanted to climb in your company, but now you're emotionally exhausted from dealing with the fuckery. And it's like, no, I actually want to do ABC.
Yeah.
Pursue that.
Yes.
Like, just take a moment to be like, what is it that I want? Because you should be growing and evolving with every second that we're on this earth, right?
Yeah.
That's going to look different. So I would just say, just check in with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't do stuff based on what society, your mama, your daddy, your partner, your whomever tells you, what do you want? And go from there.
And it takes some people until they are like past 28 to really sit with self and be like, dang,
it took me
after like until I had Joseph.
Yeah.
And I was already 3 years in the game and working, but it was more of a hustle working rather than, okay, what are you going to do? How are we going to intentionally be impactful as a spa and not be like the others where we can make changes in people's lives?
Okay. And like I always phrase that as a lot of people, well, two things. Just because you're good at something, because I think like sometimes Black women being so talented can be a double-edged sword.
Yes, it can.
We have so many gifts, but that don't mean I need to pursue all of them.
True.
If I pursued everything I was good at, I wouldn't be good for anything, really, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, just because you're good at something doesn't mean you should pursue it as a business. A lot of y'all have hobbies.
Just do it for fun.
But you don't need to be doing it as a business, because a lot of y'all don't have the spirit of customer service, and that's a whole nother thing.
Girl, at all.
That's a whole other thing. Just because you're good at something don't mean you should make it into a business, right? But then once we do get to the business, right, you have to find time not just to work in your business, but to work on your business. That's where the intent comes in. Because we know, like, it's going to be them times where you just got to grind through it, and you have to work in your business. But we didn't get to the point where we are now from me working in it. I had to step back and be like, oh, if I shift this, then we'll be able to do this. If I bring this person in and only focuses on this, then we'll be able to grow. You have to work on your business. So that shift needs to happen for a lot of people. It's not natural.
No.
But you have to make it happen.
And it just all goes with if you wanting the change for yourself. What do you want? Like, do you want to keep living the same life cycle? You want to keep going through the same?
Do you?
Or do you want different?
Yeah.
Do you want expansion? Do you want to receive the abundance? How is God going to give you abundance when you got everything everywhere?
And you're not doing with the little that you got right now. You're not doing right by that. I tell people that all the time. You praying for a 7-figure business. You got a 5-figure business. You're not doing right by that. How are you supposed to expand your territory if you're not doing right by that? You're not paying your taxes. You don't have your LLC. People want to win money. They want to get grants and stuff. You ain't even got a business bank account. You're working off your cash out.
You gotta know, like when you're working in commerce, learn the rules. Just learn the rules.
You hear me? And there's nothing wrong with starting out where you are. I tell people that all the time. But if you're trying to build strategically and grow, you got to take those steps.
Yes.
You have to.
And it just go with the risk. Like, you have to, like, life is riskful.
Yeah.
I say,
especially in business. What? It's nothing but risk. I know people who shut down last year, because last year was really hard.
No, it was.
Last year was really, it's only by the grace of God that we're still
here. Girl, I know by the grace of God.
It's only by the grace of God. But I'm like, I know people who I looked up to who truly, because a lot of people lie and say they have $1 million businesses, and they do not.
Yeah.
I know people who truly had multi-million-dollar businesses. When them tariffs hit this year, they were out.
Oh, wow.
Clothing companies that depend on shipments coming in every day. And it used to cost me $100, now it's costing me $2,000. How are you supposed to survive?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, there's such thing as you have to pivot.
Yeah.
You have to be intentional.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like sometimes even the best laid plans, you don't know how this world operates, which is why you have to be rooted in God. First off, you have to ask yourself, is this what I want?
Right.
And if it is, go after it with all you have.
That's it.
And just be ready to move.
That's the one.
You gotta
maneuver. And pivoting doesn't mean failure.
It doesn't.
Pivoting means learn the lesson.
Yeah.
And let's see how, like you said, it aligns with my overall passion and where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah. And I tell people all the time, like, because a lot of people are like, well, you know, we were known for like releasing new products 2-3 times a year. When we shifted to working with corporations more, we design a lot of custom. So we haven't been releasing as many new products on the consumer side. But when we first started, consumer revenue was like 90% of our business. Now it's like 40%. We go where the money resides. We can get a 5-figure contract with a corporation that pays our bills for months versus people are getting laid off. We're in a recession. Consumer spending is down. So if I only like depended on revenue from people, I wouldn't be in a very good place right now. So it's like you hear people talk. You can't listen to the outside. No. You have to know your business. right? Mm-hmm. So it's like because we were on that path when these tariffs hit, it didn't impact us as much because we're shipping stuff to corporations. When they would order, I would be like, go ahead and add 300 journals in there, please. Yeah. Go ahead. I get what I needed to get, because they were paying for it.
Right.
That's called being strategic.
That part.
Right? So it's like you have to know your business.
Yes.
And you have to be unapologetic about that.
That part.
You can't be swayed from your relatives and your friends who ain't never owned a business in their life. And if they did, it's not where your business is. How you gonna let them tell you what you're supposed to do?
Regardless. I'm walking my walk and you walking yours. Just take the meat from the bone. Yeah. Take the meat from the bone.
That's all you gotta do.
So where can the people find you at?
Where can y'all find me? Okay, so where I mainly reside is Instagram because I'm an auntie.
Yes.
And it's _ manifest your purpose. Okay. We are on TikTok, but I let the younger people on my team run that because I just don't get it.
Yes.
I use TikTok as a recipe because I like to eat. That's
right, that's me too. That's it. Yeah.
But we actually, people really do know us on TikTok. It's not for me though, y'all. I don't be on there. If you want to talk to me, go to Instagram, right? Okay. So Instagram under Manifest Your Purpose, TikTok Manifest Your Purpose, Facebook Manifest Your Purpose. Yeah, go follow us. We love to put out what the people need.
And if they want to buy.
If you want to buy, we have our website is manifestyourpurpose.co. We're the only Manifest Your Purpose. We've had to sue other people because they tried.
I know that's
We
right.
are the only one. I got to tell you, I say that. We are the only one. So you can Google us, Manifest Your Purpose. We'll be the only ones to pop up.
Yeah.
We do also have Instagram and Facebook shop.
Okay.
And we also are the #1 card deck on Amazon, our affirmation cards, right? So if you type in Manifest Your Purpose on Amazon, you'll be able to shop our products on there too.
I love it. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud you are doing it. You paving the way. Yeah.
Literally, that's what I'm doing every day.
I love that. Yeah. It's very impactful. And you have, it's a lot coming.
Thank you.
It's a lot coming. Okay.
I do.
That part. Thank you.
We work hard. Okay. So I received that.
That's hell. I do. Okay. Yeah. Girl.
But, I don't want to get into that. But
no. But thank you so much for coming and sharing your story.
I've enjoyed this.
I've enjoyed you.
Them questions were top 10.
They were top 10.
Baby, I had to
I had to go in the brain.
I had to go Yeah, those questions were amazing.
Well, good. I'm happy you enjoyed it. And I'm happy you were able to tune in today. Again, take the time to love on yourself, take care of yourself. Definitely pray.
Always
connect with the God that's within you and be great. Stay prolific. We love you. And until next time. Bye-bye.